My name is Matthew Davidson, and I make things. I'm sitting here in my studio. Unfortunately, there isn't a lot to it these days, as most of my work is accomplished inside the computer. I have a Rhodes and a variety of instruments and microphones, but the most prominent physical element would have to be my modular. Of course, it didn't start out in this form. I started building the system 10 years ago, and gradually it grew to the state that you see today. I think the best toys are modular. Growing up, my favorite toy was by far Lego. Lego is non-specific and open-ended. Adding a set refreshes the possibilities and arouses new interest. Building with Lego never got old. It's the same way with the modular synthesizer. When you add a new module, you're not simply adding the capabilities of that module to your system, you're adding the capabilities of how that module interacts with everything else. It makes the entire system new again. I think this is why the modulars held my interest over so many years. But physical modularity is inherently limited. With software, you have an infinite pool of parts to build from, so Max is like an infinite box of music and audio Legos. I got started with Max in 1992. I found Max very easy to relate to because I think musicians inherently understand patch chords. Max instantly defined my final year at school, and my senior thesis was on an algorithmic composition environment I built in Max. I started out making small, whimsical programs like Jazz in a Can. Let's check out this parameter, drummer enthusiasm. But the system gradually became more serious as I literally codified what I learned about harmony and music composition in school into software. More recently, I've been deeply involved in crafting software for the Monome community. The Monome was also open-ended and non-specific. It provided a physical front end to Max. The most gratifying part of Monome development is sharing the work and seeing what people do with it. Still, I never expected anyone to use my creations in isolation to create a complete musical statement. I don't think they're sophisticated enough on their own to achieve that. I envision they'd be a piece of a larger whole. Also, the standalones weren't really suitable as live performance tools. What was needed was an environment that allowed you to set up a collection of these Max patches and switch between them. Assign virtual instruments, add effects, mix, and then save for recall. That's what Max for Live provides. But beyond the Monome, what I'm finding is Max for Live makes my creations useful to other people. Now I can make these little plugins that anyone can use. You just drop them on a track. You don't have to spend your time configuring audio or MIDI routings or set up sync. It just works.